So now, after the massage at either side of the leg, we return back into the diamond. And we're going to do now a release, a diamond release within the suspensions. That is very helpful again to release the lower back and the upper spine. And they are free releases. And I would like to do it first. I want you to see it, and then I'll explain it to you a little bit more detail. So remember, there's always the adjustment of the leg. And it's important for you to perceive that when you are in the diamond, it's different than when you are in crisscross. When you are in crisscross, remember that we told you with pillows sometimes, some people can sit in crisscross very easy. Some people need pillows because the knees goes very high. But when you using pillows or when you are defining 0 point, you can get very, very high at the sacrum. You see, you can go very gently through the curve without accentuating it, but you can begin to extend from the pelvis, which is like a pad, you know, like a circular form, from which then the sacrum can begin to go up through the vertical. When you're in the diamond, you cannot do that, in the sense that when you are in the diamond, the curvature of the sacrum reverses just a little bit. It's not that it goes all the way down into you, but it doesn't go forward either. So you want it to remain loose in the diamond, because you don't want it to encrust the hip joint into the socket. Because if you encrust it in it, then the spine closes in many different directions. So the diamond, it's important to understand that it demands of your lower back and in your pelvis a little bit more looseness than it does in crisscross, because in crisscross I'm higher and I am extending up. In a diamond, I'm a little tiny bit circular and release from it. So explore and see the difference. Once you begin to find the difference in things, you begin to see, oh, my skeleton demands from me to make an arrangement, I have to do this and that. So you're beginning to feel the skeleton, because most of us sometimes don't know the function of the skeleton and the motion. So as you begin to practice, you will begin to feel it and perceive it. Yeah? So in the diamond, then we find the placement, and as I said, I'm a little bit circular in the lower back. And the release, the free releases, is the release of foundation, the release of the heart, and the release of the crown. The release of foundation, again, is just this gathering the energy, going to the pelvis, raising the energy, and it created a circle around myself to extend the lower back into the circle. Once I complete the circle, my arms are helping me to come back from the center to return to foundation. And then the second one is in the heart. So it moves the lower back, it goes into the heart. So now I'm extending the thoracic around me. And then from that, it returns around again through the centers down. And then we go to the third one, which is the lower back and the pelvis, the heart, and now the whole circle. Extend, and then when you get to the end of the whole circle, one arm comes first, the second arm comes second, and then you are in the moon, ready to move back a little bit to release. When you release back, you can bring your knees closer for a moment. You can find balance here in the knee, spend a few seconds there, and then return again to the diamond. Okay? Beautiful. We'll do it again together. Just remember, the first one is tiny. It's just going around yourself. The second one, it goes around yourself and includes the thoracic area. And the third one goes all the way through and connects all the way through the spine. Yeah? And then when you get to the end of the motion, you bring one arm first, because if you bring both together, very likely or sometimes occur that you create pressure with the shoulder girdle upon the rib cage. So the asymmetrical movement, starting with one arm, ensures that you are not creating pressure down to move, but you're already moving with your shoulders as you go back. Okay? So let's do this motion one more time, this time without stopping. So 5, 6, 7, a little bit of form and counts. 1, 2, 3, foundation, the circle of the lower back to release, beautiful. Returning all the way up from the center to below. Now the second one, open the lower back, connects to the heart, creates a circle, right there, all the way loose. Come back up through the tongue, through the crown, descending. And now all of them, the first, the second one, the third one, and the crown. And the end is the beginning of the motion to return you to the moon, to bring you back, to release your legs. And you can crisscross the legs for a moment, and here you are, ready to go again. Yeah? The diamond of the legs is going to be a fantastic assistance to you, because it will assist you that once you begin to be in the diamond and you do these releases and you begin to move back from the diamond, you'll discover that the first thing that it moves when you're moving back is actually the pelvis rolls in order to provide a circularity within the rib cage and the spine. Because it's going to be a tendency that when you roll back, you want to keep the spine erect as you're rolling back. And that will not assist you in the releasing of the spine as you release the spine through the floor. This is what we're going to learn a lot in the fourth section. So if I'm in the diamond, and you complete the diamond, if you complete it from below, I want you to see that the circle, you see the movement of my arms begin in the pelvis rolling back. So I'm rolling through the pelvis, through the floor, through the pelvis. I'm avoid at any possibility to do this, to go up forward at the same time that I'm moving, because then I'm stopping the momentum and I'm locking the lower back with the upper torso. So I'm learning to roll through the pelvis. That's the reason it's very important to practice that, and bringing the knees closer to you, and then rolling again and coming back. This is a very, very, very good practice, because you're training yourself to move from the pelvis in order to facilitate the release of the lower curvature in all of the vertebrae, and avoid to move from the spine moving back. It's initiating the movement from the spine. Initiate the movement from the pelvis, right here, right there. So you're becoming circular as you roll in. Yeah, very, very, very important. As I said, because then the spine becomes a direct release from the hip instead of just holding the vertebrae as we're moving back. Yeah? Beautiful. So once we finish the diamond, as I said, in the completion of the diamond, we are ready to move into certain releases and massage within the arms, neck, and torso. Yeah? So I'm just going to bring a pillow, because I would like to do it in a pillow to have more space.